Welcome to the Fit Mama podcast, where it's all about gaining your health back as a busy woman and mom, and doing it without sacrificing time with your family or business. Here is your host, mompreneur and Fit Mama health coach, Angela Campbell.
Fit Mama podcast, episode number 18. Today, we're going to talk about some time management hacks for your health. And so if you are currently struggling with finding time or even motivation to fit yourself into your day and your health and your workouts and your nutrition and just focusing on you, say me below. Just say me in the comments or the word struggle. I would love to see. And I want you to know that you're not alone. So today I'm going to share some time management hacks for your health, some little things that you can do to start making the changes that I know so many of you guys have expressed to me over and over and over how bad you want the change. We're going to talk about time management hacks. We're going to talk about some ideas to get you motivated for yourself too. Because motivation, if your struggle is your biggest struggle right now is motivation, put motivation in the comments below. This is huge and it's also very common. For a lot of women today in this group or catching this later whenever you listen to it on the podcast. I'm also going to share some huge wins from some really crazy busy women and moms that are making it happen. I want you to see or hear a little bit of how some of the busiest women and moms that I know, they make it look easy. However, it is not. So I don't want you to think that this is an easy journey because it's not, right? But at the same time, if you are on a journey or you're wanting so badly to be on a journey, you have no idea where to start, know you need help, or you're just struggling so bad you need to talk to somebody, there's a link above. Or if you're listening to this later on the podcast, just go to my website, acfitmama.com/chat, put yourself down at a time that works best for you. And if worst case scenario, let's chat and talk about it, right? Here inside the Fit Mama, the Fit Mompreneur group, we have women of all walks of life, and they're all on a health journey of some kind. Some are losing weight, some are needing to gain weight, some are just wanting to lose belly fat, some are just wanting to get more energy. Some are wanting to just freaking love who they are in their own skin, or maybe even look naked, naked again, feel sexy naked again. My goodness, if I could even speak today, right? Struggle is real, but know that it's happening. It's happening, and that means if they can do it, if I can do it, so can you guys that are watching or listening right now, right? So we're going to talk about that. I'm going to share my biggest hacks, and if you're new to this group, welcome. And if you follow me whatsoever, I love supporting, loving, and teaching busy women and moms how they too can get fit and get healthy while they're raising a family, while they're growing a business, while they're growing their careers, all the things. Like there is a way to make it happen. And it's easier than you think, right? So first, before I get into my tips, I love to give shout outs because every woman deserves a shout out for any wins, no matter if they're big or small, right? So the first, I just want to say welcome. If you are brand new to this group and this is your first time to see any of my live streams or your first time to you just joined this group today, yesterday, the few days before, whatever, say new in the comments. I would love to see. And I just want to give you a huge welcome. We just reached over 2,000 members here this morning inside this group. And it tells me that there's so many women out there that need support and they need to know that they're not alone. You're not alone in the journey of struggling to get healthy, right? Especially in today's world, it's like tenfold. So a huge welcome to all the new ladies in this group. If that's you, put new and say hi. Tell us where you're from. I also want to give a shout out to Melissa Aaron today because she's a woman that is amazing and she's going through my coaching programs with us. And she's just doing amazing. And I just feel like you, Melissa, if you know Melissa or you don't know her, just give her some kudos in the comments. Say, way to go. She's making a lot of big wins, and she's had some her ankle during the journey. She's had a couple things going on. Had a day yesterday, they might have fallen off a little bit. But the biggest thing is she has definitely gotten out of her comfort zone in this journey. And especially when it comes to nutrition, that to me is a huge win, not to mention she was fitting in some of her jeans recently that she hasn't fit into in, I believe she said, over 8 months. So that's a huge win. Three other ladies I want to give some big shout outs, and then we're going to get into the tips, you guys. So hang tight with me. But Elizabeth Beeson, oh my gosh, you just made my entire day this morning. You guys, she shared a huge win with us, and I hope you don't mind me sharing Elizabeth. But She is a mom, a busy mom, right? And then she has a huge career that she's growing, plus a side business. She travels all the time. She's in our coaching programs, and she's making phenomenal results, leaps and bounds. Today, she told us that she fit in a size 6. She was able to go purchase size 6 pants, and she has not done that since she was a freshman in high school, you guys. That is a massive win, and her physical transformation is just phenomenal on what she's doing with her body. And it's not just about weight loss, because she's not interested in losing any more weight. It's changing her body composition, and that is exactly what she's doing. Kayla, another huge win, shared with us this morning that she's less than a pound away from a big goal of hers. And then also Priscilla, you're rocking the nutrition. You are rocking it. Already down a little over 3 pounds, actually, an inch and a half. And I cannot wait to see what happens after you get through with the detox program and what changes we make in your body. So major shout out to you guys. But here's the deal. We want to talk about time management today, right? If time management is your biggest struggle, hopefully if you're not able to hop on right now, I know a lot of people are at work or later on the podcast, hopefully you can benefit from this, right? So here's a couple of time management. First, I want to know who in this group right now that's listening, who runs their own business, like an online business. Maybe it's a brick and mortar. It's a place that you go, an actual storefront. I would like to know who runs their own business, or maybe even maybe you're manager at your job, whatever it is that you do. I want you, and the reason I ask about this, because oftentimes us as women are really good at organizing our business, prioritizing the income producing activities we need to do in our business, right? Put IPA if you know what I'm talking about when I mean income producing activities when you run a business online. I bring this up because there's a lot of you in this group that run businesses online, right? You're successful. We're doing all these things. And we're prioritizing the things that we know we need to do to make our business grow, to grow our teams, to make sure that, we keep making the sales you want to reach. I want you to correlate that to your health. You can very likely, if you have a business brain, or your career, or this can also go with mamas. If you're a mom, put mom in the comments. You organize, and you may not be the most organized person in the world. I know I'm not, but you prioritize and you have yourself on a set schedule. What time your kids go to sleep? What time do your kids wake up? What time you need to leave the house to get your kid to school on time? What time your kid needs to be at soccer practice, what time your kid needs to, be at all these other things, right? You have to manage that and put yourself on a schedule. Why in the world can we not we need to use those same tools. We need to use those same tools and organizations and prioritization focuses on our health. And if we start to, a lot of managing your time to get healthy is not about managing the hours you have in a day. You guys, we have to be real, because we all have the same amount of time. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. And I'm going to guarantee you've probably heard that before from many, many, many people. From my mentors in business, my mentors in health, like you name it, they always say, you got the same 24 hours as I do. Get it done. You can get it done, I promise, right? It's a matter of managing your focus. It's not so much about your time. We all have the same amount of time in the day, you guys. So let's learn to manage our focus on our health, just like you do the income producing activities in your business, just like you do I know what time my kids need to wake up, go to school, go in bed, be at soccer practice, all these things, right? Fit yourself in the nooks and crannies of your day, you guys. You can physically get healthy with the small nooks and crannies of your day, I promise. It does not take hours upon hours upon hours, right? So a couple things I was going to share with you. Number one, what are your goals? Do you know what your goals are? If you're comfortable with them, share them below. One of the biggest tips that I can share with you when it comes to this is making your goals visual. What exactly is your goal? Do I want to lose a certain amount of pounds? Do I want to feel better in my skin? Do I want to fit in a certain size? Do I want to be able to go run a 5K without walking? Do I want to be able to go hiking up a mountain with my family because they do it all the time and I'm usually sitting on the sidelines because I can't physically do it? Whatever your goal is, write it down, make it visual, and get your family involved. You guys, I cannot stress enough. Share your goals below if you are comfortable sharing your goals. And if you're not comfortable sharing your goals out loud, it's cool. Like, send them to me privately, some form or fashion. Put them somewhere visual and get your kids involved. Like, for example, I'll tell you one of the biggest things. I have a health coach, you guys. I coach women all day long, so I got my own health coach. Why? Because I need the accountability just like a lot of you guys do. I need someone that I'm checking in. I need someone just to lay it out for me because I lay it out for others. I want somebody to do that for me, right? One of the biggest things that I've been able to do is I incorporated my goals with my family. My family knows that one of my goals, one of the many, is 10,000 steps a day. So my family knows this. My husband and I kind of compete against each other. Sometimes, hey, how many steps you got, right? Sometimes it's my daughter asking me, hey, Mom, did you get your 1,000 steps today? She calls it 1,000, even though it's 10,000, right? And so get them involved. And if you don't have your steps or whatever it is that your goal, then get your kids involved. Hey, Mommy needs a certain amount of more steps. You want to go with me for a walk? You want to go with me for a run? You want to go play outside? You want to go get on the trampoline? Like, one of my favorite ways to get a lot of my steps is trampoline with my kids. But get your family involved. That's tip number one. Tip number two, piggyback a health habit, okay, with something that you do every day. Okay, and what do I mean by this? So you brush your teeth every day, right? You brush your teeth every day. You brush your hair. You maybe take a shower, you go to the bathroom. These are things you eat, right? I'm hoping you're eating enough, you guys. This is something that I work with a lot of women on. A lot of times we don't eat enough because we're so busy, right? So here's tip number two is pick a habit, okay? And this doesn't have to be a workout. I don't want everybody to think like to get healthy, you have to work out. Like, there's so many other things that you can do. A lot of it is mindset related. Okay, if you're not working on your mindset, you need to start working on your mindset. If you are struggling right now with motivation, I don't have the motivation to work out, I'm too tired to work out, I don't have the motivation to meal prep, you need to start with one thing, and that's working on your mind. You have to work on the positivity, and you need to feed your mind with positivity like crazy, because it starts here. If you're not in the right place right here, then the workouts are never going to come, and neither is the meal prepping, the nutrition, and a lot of things will just fall out of the window if you're not right here. Okay, so what do I mean by that? Little things. So say, for example, I brush my teeth every morning, right? First thing I typically do, go to the bathroom, brush my teeth, go to the bathroom, brush my teeth, go to the bathroom, brush my teeth. Here's a healthy habit that only takes 60 seconds. How about if you are under stress right now, which is 99.9% of the world, right? Everybody, especially if you're in this group, women and moms, we have so much on our plate. So how about you do one thing, and that's take 60 seconds of deep breaths after you brush your teeth. You guys, that's working on your mind. That's working on reducing your stress. When you reduce your stress, you can actually reach weight loss goals. If you are working out like crazy, maybe you're eating very healthy, but your stress is through the roof, your anxiety is going crazy, your weight will very likely not come off because of that alone. So if you're not doing anything right now and you're struggling with your health, you're struggling with motivation, then do this one thing. Brush your teeth and get into a habit of, after you brush your teeth, take 60 seconds of just deep breaths. Close your eyes, take deep breaths. If your kids are running around your room, ask them to go do something for 60 seconds and don't feel guilty about it at all. But pick something. Maybe it's squats. Maybe you want to work on your butt and legs, right? So do that. Do the squats. Brush your teeth and then do 30 squats before you do anything else. Maybe you want to work on your upper body more. Maybe it's both. Brush your teeth and do 30 squats and 10 push-ups. Right? But what I mean by that, by piggybacking on something that you do every day, and it becomes easier. It becomes easier. And tip number three is get up earlier. And I know this is really hard. And some people will be looking at me like, I am not getting up earlier. I hate morning. I don't want to get up earlier. I'm already up at the crack of dawn. And I get that. And some of you guys already get up crazy earlier. I mean, just like 10 minutes. You guys, if you wake up, this was a really bad habit I used to have because I've worked from home since my kids have been born, since my first little girl. I have one little girl and I have one little boy. But one of my really bad habits, I used to just wake up when they came and crawled in bed with me. You guys, that's a horrible habit. As sweet as it is and as awesome it is, but if you're struggling right now taking care of yourself, one of the best things you can do for you, which more importantly you can do for your family, is get up, even if it's 10 minutes earlier, and take time for yourself, whether that be taking deep breaths, meditating, maybe it's prayer time, maybe it's positivity in your ears. Like I love videos in my ears. Stephen Furtick is one of my favorite persons to start my day with lately. Like I've been obsessed with starting my day with him every day. And so whatever works best for you though, get up earlier, tip number 3, and get something done that's going to make you feel good about yourself, whether that's deep breaths, or maybe that's brushing your teeth and doing squats and push-ups right after, like immediately, you guys. You don't have to get dressed, fully dressed. Do it in your bathroom, do it in your socks, do it in your pajamas. Nobody's watching. You don't have to get a full-blown dress and go to the gym to do these things. And here's another one, more nutrition related. Brush your teeth and drink a full 8 ounces of water. You guys, just water, something as simple as water is something that's very hard for a lot of people to get in the habit of. Start your day drinking a full 8 ounce glasses of water immediately after you brush your teeth. These are little things that you can piggyback on just simply brushing your teeth. Maybe if you figure out something else besides brushing your teeth, but you get what I'm saying here. And so getting up earlier is powerful, you guys. I know Caitlin Bender, I got to give her a huge shout out for this because that was a struggle for her. And she knows the importance of taking care of herself. And that's why she went through my full 12-week program. And full week program has been seeing amazing results. And in the meantime, she also found out she's pregnant. But she is still working on her health journey because she knows the importance of staying healthy, not only through pregnancy, but afterwards. She's about to be a mama of 2. And so one of the biggest things was hers just getting up before her daughter woke up, 10 minutes. And sometimes that was journaling. Sometimes that was quiet time. Sometimes that was reading. And sometimes that was just moving her body and stretching. You guys, these are something super small. When we think time management, oh my gosh, I gotta get an hour in, I gotta get 2 hours in on myself. You don't. Some of the smallest movements like deep breaths, stretching, 10 minutes of time by yourself can go a long way. You guys, I cannot stress that enough, right? So that was tip number 3. Tip number 4, just time block. Okay, if you're a time block and organization person, I can honestly say I never really was. Now, so much better. And I got the morning routine that is working for me like crazy. I roll out of bed at 5 a.m. I go to my garage. I get my workout in. I get my personal development time in. Sometimes my daughter comes in. She's been waking up at 5:15, 5:30 in the morning saying, Mommy, I want to work out with you. So you know what? I set her up in the garage. She hangs out with me, but I still got my time in. I still got my headphones in, and I don't feel a single bit guilty about it. But these are the things you have to do. You have to time block, and time block 15 minutes to start with. And when you master that with consistency, then make it 20 minutes, then make it 30 minutes. Gradually increase. Don't go all in with 2 hours from the beginning, you guys. You're setting yourself up for failure, but do time block. If you run a business, I guarantee to some sorts, you may not be as super strict about it, but if you time block, I use a power hour for my business. I use a power hour also for myself. But if you don't do some sort of time blocking, you've got to time block. You time block the kids' practice, you time block the time that you have to leave the house to go take the kids, pick up the kids, take them to soccer practice, go grocery shopping, do all these things. Time block 10 minutes. If you're not getting any time block 10 minutes. This is my challenge to you. The next one I already kind of hit on, but it was master one thing at a time. You guys, the thing that I see so many women struggling with and never getting started, or maybe they start and then they fall off and then they quit altogether and give up. It's because they take on too much at one time. Okay, too much at one time. Okay, if you can resonate with this, and this is something that you are guilty of, because this is something I do. Until I have coaches for my business, I have coaches for my health. Why? Because this is something I will admit I am horribly guilty about this. I would take on so many things all at one time, and then guess what happens? None of them were going very well. I was spread thin. I was doing all these things. I wasn't being a very good leader to my team in my online business. I wasn't being a very good coach. I wasn't being a very good trainer. I wasn't being a very good wife. I wasn't being a very good mom. I wasn't being a very good daughter. Like, so many things were going wrong because I was doing too much at one time. So you guys, same thing on your health. Start with 10 minutes. Do some squats and push-ups, you guys, or 10 minutes of deep breaths. And then when you master that, then start working on something else. Okay, but mindset, nutrition, fitness. These are the 3 pieces of the pie that go together, but you can't start them all at one time. I highly recommend, if you are struggling right now, do one at a time. And if motivation is your biggest struggle, you need to start working on mindset first. Okay. And if you have not seen in the units in this group, there's a whole mindset section. There's podcasts that we've done every single week, every single Thursday at 11 a.m. There's a new podcast, a lot of amazing stories by other women that have joined me on the podcast, sharing their story, that you can go back and watch. It's all in this group in the unit section. And if you're watching this on the or listening on the podcast later, you're not in our group, then get in there. It's acfitmama.com/Facebook and join us. And here's the other one, is the last tip when it comes to time management is set alarms. And set alarms, and I mean for 2 different ways. Like, set alarms if I know one of the biggest challenges, the ladies in our detox program right now, we had a call on Tuesday. Coach Erica challenged everybody to put a reminder, a timer on your phone And it was a timer on your phone 3 times a day for 60 seconds. And all she challenged us to do was spend 60 seconds of journaling, writing down our current feelings. And if you are not doing that, do it at least one time a day, right? But there's power behind actually writing something down, whether it be your feelings, maybe it's gratitude. I know a lot of people who do gratitude journaling, but setting reminders on your phone to do it is powerful. Maybe stress is your biggest factor. Then you need to set those three timers on your phone and just 60 seconds of deep breaths every time that thing goes off. That's it. You can do 3 minutes a day on yourself. I promise you can. It's just a matter of having discipline and having a reminder. And then when you're doing things, here's the other thing about setting an alarm or a timer on your phone. When it's time to work out, you give yourself 30 minutes to work out, then set a 30-minute reminder. And if you don't get it all done in 30 minutes, it's okay. No, you got a 30-minute workout. Maybe I didn't get it all, but it's okay. I'm going to check that off because I spent 30 minutes on myself today and I am super proud of it. And you should be. You should be proud of it, right? But set those timers and stick to them. It's just like when you run your business online. I'm going to spend 15 minutes on this certain task, sending out some messages, or 15 minutes, whatever it is that you're doing in your business, right? I'm going to spend 15 minutes on this one task. When that 15 minutes is done, then I'm moving on to the next thing. Same thing in your life and your health and your business, you guys. Your health, if you look at it like you run your business, I guarantee more. I know mompreneurs that I love to work with a lot too will be in a healthier mental, physical, and all the things, right? And here, I heard this and I wanted to share this today. I heard this, it was actually Trent Shelton. If you don't follow him, I love him. He drops so many truth bombs that are just phenomenal and they resonate. And I got one from him this morning that said, broken. If you feel broken right now, broken, this was his words, Trent Shelton, I got to give him credit. Broken is a mindset, not a reality. And never let it be your identity though. Like if you feel broken right now, like you're not motivated, you just cannot get it together, because there's so many things going on in the world that derailed so many people. Number one, know you're not alone. Number two, if you're feeling broken right now, know that it's a mindset. It's not reality, and never, ever, 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 ever let that be your identity. Okay. And if you can resonate with that, put the word broken in the comments and let me know, because it's a mindset. And so if you're feeling this way right now, I want to challenge you right now. The first thing you need to start doing is a daily habit that's working on your mind. Okay. And if you need help, put help in the comments, or shoot me a private message, right? If you're not comfortable commenting until they get it. But it is a mindset. So, but there's that, the good news about that is it's a mindset. It's not reality. It's not your identity. You will not be broken forever, and you just have to work on it. And start with your mindset first, you guys. A lot of people in this group voted the other day saying that motivation to even take care of themselves is at an all-time low. Mindset first. I'm going to say that again. Mindset first, you guys. You have to work on your mindset. And if your mindset is not in a good place, then the rest won't either. You guys, you can start your diet. You can start your fitness program, but you'll oftentimes quit because your mind quits on you before your body does. And so there's only one way to change that. And it's to start. It's to reach out, ask for help. And if you taking care of yourself does not motivate you at all, because I know a lot of women like, I know I want to get skinny. I know I want to feel better. I know I want to be strong and capable mom. I want to be healthy. I want to have the energy to keep up with my kids. There's so many things that are thrown out there. And my biggest thing, and I say this all the time, and I feel like I broken record sometimes, but I'm going to say it all the time, because sometimes it's the 27th time that you hear it, that it soaks and sinks in. Sometimes it's literally, if you are not taking care of yourself, your family is getting a fraction of you and a little bit of leftover pieces. And you know in your heart they deserve better than that. So if doing this for you is not motivating enough, then do it for them. And you have to remember that. You have to remind yourself of that every day. That's something that may be here right now in your mind, but in the morning when you don't want to get up because the alarm is going off and you're tired and it's cold, then remind yourself, I'm doing it for them. 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 It's not for me. This is for them. Because the healthier you are, the more they're going to get of you. And you know that I'm right? So if this is you and this resonates, put do it for them in the comments, right? And then one more thing too, and I'll wrap it up. But you guys, one of the biggest things I can't stress enough, so many people they start a health journey because they want to fit in a certain size clothes. They want to fit in certain size clothes. They want to look a certain way. They compare themselves to the person next to them that's getting faster results, or you never know the story behind the person that maybe already be where you're at. You don't know what the struggles they went through. You don't know how hard it was for them, even though they may sometimes make it look easy. I know some of the busiest women I know they make it look easy, but I guarantee it's not, you guys. They have these same struggles. They've just found their sweet spot. They found the routine. They found the discipline down deep inside to keep going, right? But yeah, you gotta do it for them and track how you feel. This is the other thing, and this kind of goes back to what Coach Erica was telling us the other day too. I want you to track if you are not tracking anything right now, and you're just focused on that scale. And oh my gosh, I suck because my scale's not changing. Oh my goodness, I suck because things aren't working. And I'm not getting skinnier. My clothes aren't getting looser. I want you to put that stuff aside and start tracking how you feel, not how you look. Start tracking how you feel, because I guarantee sometimes this alone will help you stay motivated, because and I've heard so many of you guys tell me one-on-one how much better you feel when you work out. I know my energy is up. I just don't want to do it, right? Like, I know my energy is up when I get my workouts in. Who cares about what the scale says or what we look in the mirror? You guys, do you feel better? That's huge. That is huge. Do you feel better? Are you showing up more? Are you able to do things with your kids and your grandkids more now because you are doing all these things for yourself? How about your nutrition? Nutrition is not all about wanting to lose weight, you guys. Nutrition is so much more than that. If you want to feel better overall, have more energy, function mentally, be able to keep up with your family and your kids. Sometimes it's nutrition that is the role. You cannot go all day long without eating. You can't skip meals. You can't not eat you don't have to be perfect and restrictive. I don't teach restriction at all in the women that I work with. We are all about a moderation, not restriction. So the biggest thing is track how you feel. If you're struggling because you're not seeing results all the other areas, like, track how are you feeling when you work out? How are you feeling when you eat right? I know somebody told me the other day, like, they've been eating clean, they've been doing great, they've been working out, and they made a mistake and went through a drive-through, and they paid for it for like the whole next 24 hours. They felt like crap. They were tired. They were moody. It has to do with your nutrition, you guys. So those things are a big part of it too. It's not only about, so if you're lacking motivation, number one, do it for them. Do it for them. Again, I love it, Tammy. I saw your comment. Do it for them. Yeah, because I know you guys have a big family. You have a lot of beautiful babies and you have a lot of beautiful grandbabies. Like, do it for them. And remember that when you start to fall off and struggle and not want to get up because the scale's not moving or not seeing any change, it could be so many things going on, but more so remember how you feel. And sometimes that alone can help you be motivated. So that's all I got, you guys. That went longer than I intended. Kind of went on a little bit of a tangent. But again, if you're struggling, set up a time to chat with me. Worst case scenario, I can shoot you in a direction to get you started, or maybe share with you what it is that I'm doing with some other women that is working wonders for so many. If you're watching or listening to this on the podcast, go to my website, acfitmama.com/chat, set up a time. And that is it, you guys. Every Thursday, 11 a.m. Central in this group, a new topic. I'm going to have some guests coming up over the next few weeks to help you with other things outside of, sometimes it's just nice for you guys to hear from another voice besides myself, right? So yes, Tambi, I love it. Definitely start tracking, journaling, 60 seconds of breathing. We did that in this group, and I think right now we're going through a detox program with all the women that signed up for that. Any of the women in my programs ends next week. And then after that, I will tell you guys, we're going to be having a free challenge here inside this group as well. So be on the lookout. It's coming, working on the details, but it's definitely going to be wrapped around some of these things that I talked about today. Okay. So love you guys. Thank you all for the support, being in here. Share the group with your friends. If you have any busy women that are struggling with mental, physical health goals, you name it, be in here, and thank you all for being a part of it. And I will see you soon. Love you guys. Bye.